Found yourself saying, hey, can you turn the TV up or turn the music up? Or I don't quite understand what you're saying. Could you repeat yourself? Or can you say that a little more slowly? That could be the sign of hearing loss, and sometimes untreated or undiagnosed, it might even be a significant progressive hearing loss. It could also be tinnitus or tinnitus. It's really fascinating when you realize and you understand and appreciate that hearing loss is a real thing and something that should not be disregarded or avoided, because if that is the case and you do disregard it, it actually taxes the brain. It can actually do damage. There's studies that say it even possibly leads to dementia. We've come here to Valparaiso, Indiana. This is the home of professional hearing management. It is headed up by Dr. Vasiliki Rauch. She is a doctor of audiology. She is one of the people in this country, one of the few, that actually specializes in tinnitus or tinnitus treatment. It is exemplary what she does here. Her staff, the team she has around her, the patients love her as well. We're going to talk to some of the patients. We're going to talk to the staff. You're going to have an opportunity to hear the doctor's passionate words about why she wholeheartedly feels education is power, education is knowledge, and why it truly is important to get the hearing checked. You or maybe a loved one or friend who's experiencing it as well, they can help. We're going to go inside, we're going to check it all out, and it's going to be really a fascinating story.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Doctor.
I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for coming today.
Pleasure to be here.
Welcome to Professional Hearing Management. Today I'm going to show you the office and introduce you to my great associates and some of my patients and let you see what happens here at Professional Hearing Management.
We did the radio show and it was so fantastic. I wanted to come here to Indiana to see you in person and to really experience what I keep hearing about, because you're so celebrated and so revered, and I think it's beautiful work that you're doing, Doctor. So we're excited to show it to our viewers on Close Up Television.
Thank you, Jim. That means a lot to me. I'm so happy you're here.
So we'll go on a tour, right?
Absolutely. You ready?
You got it.
When sound pressure hits the eardrum, it starts to vibrate. That vibration starts the chain of hearing. And this is checking how the eardrum's vibrating to check and see if there's any negative pressure behind the eardrum, if there's a perforation in the eardrum. We look for mobility of the middle ear bones. We do acoustic reflex testing, which is very important. It tells us things beyond the inner ear, more retrocochlear.
What initially brought you here to Professional Hearing Management?
Back in 2014, my wife and I were transferred here from Pittsburgh. I had already been diagnosed with hearing loss in Pittsburgh and had my first set of hearing aids. So when we moved here, of course, I needed a hearing professional to look after my care going forward. And our office was not far from here, and it was just by chance that I located this facility.
When you were experiencing the hearing loss, what was that like for you? What were some scenarios where you asked people maybe to repeat themselves or speak up or speak more clearly? And was there any ringing or other sounds in your ears? Tell us about the experience and when you initially realized, I think I got to get this checked.
My initial experience was I did have ringing in my ears, which led me to the Balance Center at Allegheny General Hospital in Pittsburgh. Dr. Chen there heads up the Balance Center and spent a whole day with me. I mean, they put me through everything, and they found that I have benign proximal positional vertigo, which is typical with people with hearing loss. And that led me to my first set of hearing aids. Of course, like many people, I knew I needed them long before that. But I was like, no, I'm not ready for hearing aids. That's for older people, right? But my wife would constantly say, don't you hear me? Aren't you listening to me? Well, I could hear her, but I wasn't understanding what she said. So it was a big improvement in my life.
And what initially brought you to professional hearing management?
I had ringing in my ears and woke up one morning and the ringing was there. Wasn't sure what was causing the ringing, so I started doing research on what would cause ringing, and I learned a lot. I did a lot of research and basically learned that you needed to really have a doctor that understood tinnitus.
Did you know what it was beforehand?
I did not. One of the things I learned early on, because I did go see an ENT and I saw an audiologist, but neither one of them specialized in it. So I had to find somebody that had that background. And Dr. Rauch had that background. And what I loved most about her was her compassion and her empathy for my illness. And so she really helped me sort of cope with what I was experiencing.
What first brought you, Lisa, to professional hearing management?
I was looking for a different audiologist. The one that I was seeing prior, I didn't feel like that they met my needs. When I researched and I found Basilica Rausch, Dr. Rausch, I seen a lot of positive feedback, about her. So I thought, well, I'm gonna go and see, if she could help me. When I came, I got more than what I expected. She taught me a lot about my hearing loss and why. She explained a lot of things to me that other audiologists or ENTs never really did. I had no idea that, a lot of my hearing loss affects my brain. I didn't realize that both of those things played a big part with each other, and she was a big major influence, in me wanting to have better hearing and to have the proper hearing aids, and she's done wonders for me, and I couldn't appreciate her enough.